Welcome to Apex Philosophy, the perfect place to find motivation. Be sure to subscribe and listen every day so you can become your best self. Please like and share the video to help inspire others. Seize the historical moment. The law of generational myopia. A summary based on Robert Greene's book, The Laws of Human Nature. Have you heard the term zeitgeist? It means the defining spirit or mood of a particular period of history, as shown by the ideas and beliefs of the time. Robert Greene discusses how the zeitgeist affects your thinking and your behaviours in his book The Laws of Human Nature. Today, we are going to dive into what that means for you. Law number 17. Seize the historical moment. The law of generational myopia. You are a product of the times, as much as anyone. The generation you were born into has shaped your thoughts and values, whether you are aware of this or not. Robert Greene. Everyone wants to think that they are unique free thinkers, but at the same time can easily generalize entire groups of people. Without realizing that, they too can be put into a generic category. The ability to categorize people based on age shows us that our generation determines more about ourselves than we might want to admit. Each generation has a strong desire to do things differently or, quote, better than the previous generation. You must admit that you have looked at your parents and thought that their way of doing things is so outdated. This desire to create our own unique mark on the world pushes us into new values and ways of thought which deeply influence us. As we age, we start to get set in our ways of thinking, which limits us and prevents us from adopting new ideas or points of view. If you want to become a true, free thinker, you must observe and understand the powerful influences your generation is having on your thinking and decision making. The generational phenomenon. Each generation has its own spirit. This spirit is a combination of its experiences, beliefs, myths, language, and mindset. Each generation is influenced by different world events, technologies, and ways of life. For example, a person born in the 90s would think differently than someone born in the 50s. They each have a distinct generational spirit. Generational patterns. Every generation learns a set of beliefs and ideas from their parents and then tries to improve on them. Therefore, they teach their kids something different than what they were taught. This causes a constant evolution between the generations. We have all heard that saying about hard times creating hard men, and hard men creating soft times, and soft times creating weak men, and weak men creating hard times. According to Greene, this pattern isn't far from the truth. He referred to the 14th century historian Ibn Khaldun, who observed a pattern that arises between generations throughout history. The people of the first generation are the Revolutionaries. They take society in a radically new direction, establishing new values. The people of the second generation seek order and peace. They grew up in the chaos of the Revolutionaries, so they are set on establishing some order and discipline. The people of the third generation look for comfort. They are tired of the extremes and want to rest and enjoy life. They use pragmatic means to build comfort into society. The people of the fourth generation become cynical and lost in a society that has stagnated. This plants the seeds for the next generation of revolutionaries who will push for a new way of life, starting the cycle all again. Keys to human nature. Attempt to separate your generation's spirit from your own thoughts. Each generational spirit has its own characteristics. If you can figure out what your generation's spirit is, you can figure out just how much you've been affected. Also, by analysing the spirit of your generation, you can identify the unique mindset and characteristics and use them to your advantage. Consider where your generation fits in early adulthood. Finally, interact with the next and previous generations. Look at and challenge their mindsets, goals, morals, and values. Stand outside the box and see things from a different perspective. Try to maintain your childlike wonder. Stay curious. Learn why they think the way they do. Look at the social events and technologies that influence them. Read the great books of their time. Spend more time with your elders to learn from them, and more time with your children to pave the way for a better tomorrow. Thank you for listening. Comment below, what generation are you in, and what are some of your favourite or least favourite things about it? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.